glad you can make it back to Spooky Scary Sundays. I know what it looks like. Where is CoryxKenshin at? Where is he? Look, I'm his son, okay? So, we're just gonna have a nice good time. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. I'm gonna react to some spooky, scary videos. Come on, let's go grab a snack. Got myself some Skittles. I don't know why you're looking at that. That's none of your business. Okay? Now let's head upstairs. I said, let's head upstairs.
Help me!
Oh, sorry guys. Let me go ahead and take care of this. I told you to shut up. Now I gotta hurt you.
No.
Now, if you don't know what Spooky Scary Sunday is at this point, I honestly don't have any hope for you at this point. You should know what it is. In all honesty, the reason why I'm doing this video is because a lot of people from a live stream that I recently did, they thought it would be a good idea if I decided to, you know, quote unquote, redo the Spooky Scary Sunday, because we know CoryxKenshin has been gone and they wanted me to do this. So I'm making this on their behalf. I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for subs. I'm purely doing this is because I want to keep CoryxKenshin's name alive, okay? Even though I know that's not true at all, but like a general gist, I just want to keep his name like relevant. Like I'm saying, general gist, because his name gonna stay relevant for forever. Like, come on now. He's CoryxKenshin. So, enough about that. Let's react to some spooky, scary stories. Why are you waiting on me? Start the video. True.
My name is Jessica, and I was 8 at the time this occurred.
Jessica, okay.
I was the youngest and the only girl, so my older brother Hunter was taking care of me.
Oh, they look dead inside.
At the time, Hunter was 14, and we had to stay home while my parents went to the bar with their friends and my older brothers, since they were much older than us. Our house was in the middle of the woods, and our closest neighbor was maybe half a mile away.
Okay, see, you'd already done effed up right there. Your house in the middle of the woods. No help for miles. L's in the chat, boys. L's in the chat.
My brother and I stayed up watching TV shows.
This animation is
until 2
interesting.
in the morning. We finished watching an episode of Full House when we heard a very big crash upstairs in my brother Josh's room. We stared at each other for
Got
a
your
moment.
snacks? Dash.
Then my brother got up and grabbed one of the kitchen knives and told me to come upstairs with him.
That's smart.
Just in case there was something in the house, and he didn't want me to be left alone. My brother
He's
is
actually a
brave
good
guy
brother.
and doesn't get scared easily. So right now, he wasn't very consumed of fear like I was. I followed my brother up the stairs.
Where's the
And
adrenaline?
he then came to a halt, which made me bump into him. He stood there for a second, in silence,
Shaking?
just standing there. I got antsy and asked him what was wrong. He then said, "Go get the house phone and call 911.
Oh my God.
Me being confused, I looked to see what was in front
Tell your
of
sister.
him to make him ask me this. And there stood a white man, about 6'3", with dark brown hair
Nah.
and bloodshot eyes.
Ain't no call
I told
911. You
Hunter
handle
that he
this.
needs to come with me because I had no idea what this man would
911
do to
ain't
me.
arriving in time, my guy.
I grabbed Hunter's hand, ran downstairs,
Especially if
and
you're in the middle of
grabbed the house
nowhere.
phone. We dashed into the bathroom and locked the door. I could hear the footsteps
Smart
of the
move.
man slowly walking down the stairs. I could hear my brother on the phone with the police behind me.
Should have handled him.
I was fixated on the footsteps, which got closer and closer to the bathroom door. It was silent, as I could no longer hear my brother on the phone or the footsteps. When all that made me wake from fixation was the loud pounding of the bathroom door. I screamed in fright. For the man was at the door now. He stopped for a moment.
How do you...
I could hear his deep, harsh breathing.
Ugh.
He then whispered,
Oh, that man got hot breath.
I'm not gonna hurt you. All I want to do is give you kids some sweets. My brother then...
Aw, heck no. Like I said, you should have... Let me calm down.
Yelled, we don't want any of your damn sweets.
Facts.
I could tell my brother was getting angrier by the second. And then the door handle starts to shake very fast and frequently. We back away from the door and by the window, which was across the room from the door. My brother opened it just in case we would need to escape this way before the police got here.
Y'all could have
man
got out.
pushes through the door and starts to grab for the handle.
Bro!
We jumped.
What? How weak is y'all door? That man on roids out here. Ain't no way he just punched through the door.
Out of the window and landed on our grass, and we sprinted to the woods.
I guess that's a smart move.
We found this big bush to hide behind. We crouched down and waited for something to happen.
My goodness, man.
A few seconds later, we heard police sirens in the distance. We saw the man from the window run down the stairs and out of the front door. He ran into the woods and ran past us. Thank God he didn't notice us there. The police pulled into our driveway and we saw a chance to run to them. We dashed to them and told the police he was in the woods.
I
They
would have laid
searched
him
for
clean
him,
out.
and once they came out, they had him in their clutches.
Oh, good to actually
I've
found
never
him.
been more relieved in my life. We stayed at the house with a police officer until my parents and older brothers arrived home. 2 days later, the police had found our neighbors murdered, and that the man was on a killing spree, and we were about to be next. I am now 13, and my parents moved to the city so we wouldn't live so far out.
Oh. Oh! Man! That story is just... I still would have attempted to attack the man. I know it's not the smartest idea, but I would have tried my luck. I would have tried my luck to knock the man out. Like, let's be real. Alright, next animation. This next animation by Still Wansi Entertainment is never be alone when you enter the restroom. Now, I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. You want to be alone when you go. Let's just watch it. We're not even gonna go there. Narrated by Nightmare Files.
One day, I got a call from a few friends of mine about
Fellow
going
black
to the
man.
mall. It was a stressful week at work, so I thought some retail therapy would definitely help. We ended up shopping for a few hours, so we decided that hitting the food court would be the spot. I gave the girls my order, and I told them I would come back and find them as I needed them after I used the restroom. The restrooms are at the end of the large and wide corridor. They were your typical mall type with lots of stalls.
A mall?
Anyway, so I sat down to use the bathroom, and I could see from the gap on the floor between the wall of the stall and the floor, lots of movement from someone's shadow. I wasn't sure if they were getting changed or not, so I didn't pay attention at first, but it felt like the shadow was coming from above at some points. You know, as if the light above was being obstructed by something. After maybe the third time, I decided to look up and I could see a phone and parts of a guy's arm.
After the third time, I would have tried to leave.
Someone was taking photos of me. I instantly shouted out, "What are you doing, you pervert?" And in a moment of sheer shock and disbelief, this all very quickly turned into fear as I got up and leaped
You
out
gotta
of the
open
stall
the door, hit
and
my
was
man in
greeted
the
by an
face.
empty bathroom. Not one person was in sight, and from the quick glance of the mirrors opposite, there was only one stall shut, and it was the one next to me. I ran for the restroom exit, but it was locked.
Oh,
Luckily, it had a twist lock and I could turn it
from
as
the
I
outside?
did. I heard the stall open from behind me. I got out
Or the
immediately
inside?
and turned as I exited and noticed a sign on the door saying, "Closed for maintenance." This sign was not here when I went in. I screamed some more, shouting to get anyone's attention as I ran down the corridor toward the food hall,
And let me
had
guess,
obviously
nobody
caught the
cared?
attention of a few people. A group of 3 guys stopped me and clearly could see the panic in my eyes.
Oh.
They asked me questions and I explained.
I thought nobody was just gonna
2
not
guys
care.
ran toward the ladies' restroom.
Because a lot of people do that.
And one to find security. Security arrived within seconds. After a while, a rather large crowd had gathered due to the commotion, and although I was in the comfort of my friends, security, and now the police, I never felt so alone.
Oh,
Security and police, nor 2 guys found anyone. There was a few staff only, and fire exit doors open down the corridor, so plenty of escape routes for whoever this guy was.
Let me guess, he
I
didn't
gave
get
my
found.
statements down at the station later that day once my parents showed up. The police said they had security tapes from the cameras that point down the corridor and will keep us updated with any news. Hopefully, they find this guy.
He wasn't found. See, I hate stories where the man isn't found at the end, which means he's still out there and probably still doing the same thing, just more carefully. But those are the type of stories that give you shell shock. PTSD in here. Alright, this is by IMR Scary Tales. True Sleepover Scary Stories.
My name is Cam. I'm 20 years old and this happened about 10 years ago. I used to live across the street from my
Look
friend
like a
Eric.
carefree guy.
One Saturday, my parents were going away for a night,
Oh.
but I didn't want to go. So we all arranged that I would sleep over my friend Eric's house.
Nope.
We ordered pizza.
If you leaving me
spent the
home
night
at night
playing
by
video
myself,
games
I'm
and
going
watched
with
a
y'all.
few
I don't care
movies.
how boring it is.
I'm not sure
going.
what time it was. It was pretty late, probably around 1 in the morning, I think. I was flicking through Eric's PlayStation games when Eric said, "I thought your parents were going away for the night." I said, "Yeah, they are. But there's someone in the house," Eric said.
You done.
Confused, I got up and looked out the window where Eric was looking. And there was a light on. And someone was walking around in one of the rooms. Eric asked me who that could be. I told him I had no idea. My parents were out of town for the night. And we never had anyone come over by our house unannounced, especially at this time of night.
Huh?
Instead of waking Eric's parents or trying to call the police,
Not
we
even
came up
gonna
with this
try.
idea to sneak out and investigate who was in my house. Looking back, this was the
'Cause
dumbest
that's
thing I ever
smart.
did. But we were just young boys. We grabbed
That's
a couple
not
of
no
flashlights,
excuse, big
snuck out
fella.
of Eric's
That's
back
not
door,
an excuse.
and headed over to my house. We didn't even think of how we would get in. But we didn't need to because the front door had been forced open. Upon entering the house, we saw there were damp, muddy footprints leading upstairs.
Ugh.
I'm not sure if whoever was inside heard us, but
Footprint, no
we
shoe
started
print.
following the footprints.
It gotta be a
And one
homeless
of the
man.
lights turned off. At this point, I was getting afraid, and I told Eric we should just leave and tell someone. Eric
You
proceeded
should have did
upstairs,
that from the.
however. I didn't follow him up.
It's
I
how you
kept
get
whispering
bodied,
to him,
1-on-1.
"Eric, come, let's go." He ignored me and continued going up. He walked into one of the rooms, and I lost sight of him. I then bravely went upstairs to see where he went. I walked into my bedroom, and a foul odor hit me in the face.
Oh.
I kept whispering Eric's name, but he wouldn't answer. Then I heard something. It sounded like sobbing. I was scanning the room with my flashlight.
Hello?
In one of the corners of the room, I could see Eric's shoes. I raised the flashlight and I saw a disgusting, dirty hand that was covered in cuts and dirt covering Eric's mouth. The
Ugh.
next thing I saw would haunt me for the rest of my life. I raised the flashlight once more, and the person covering Eric's mouth was a man who had a massive grin on his face, A vile beard and long, straight, black and gray, greasy hair. The way he was staring
I
at
don't
me
care.
traumatized
You about to
me.
catch these
His
hands.
eyes were wide and filled with rage. I screamed as loud as I could and ran out the bedroom. The man proceeded to chase me down the stairs and out the house. I thought I was going to die. Thankfully, when he ran outside, there was a police car pulling into the driveway.
What are the odds?
Someone had phoned the police when they saw flashlights and someone wandering around the house.
Good neighbors.
The man saw the police and ran off. As he
So
ran,
you would have got murked if it
there were
weren't for the
things dropping out of
neighbors.
his pocket, screwdrivers, a few other small tools, and one object that fell out. However, it wasn't a tool. It was a long, rusty, dirty blade. Thankfully, the man was found and arrested. Eric was unharmed, and so was I.
You
The
just
scary
left
thing
him to
was,
die.
The man didn't seem to have taken
Well, he
anything.
charged at him anyway,
So that
but still.
suggests his interests were much more sinister.
I guess every man for himself.
Eric and I remain best friends, but he nor I will ever forget this terrifying experience.
Yeah, PTSD. Alright folks, that's gonna conclude for today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Let me know what I did wrong, and let me know what things I can fix to make this seem more like a CoryxKenshin video. Like, I'm not here to replace CoryxKenshin, okay? I'm just here to keep everything going and keeping everything flowing, you know? My intentions are never to replace CoryxKenshin, because I will never be able to do that. But if you guys all enjoyed the video, don't forget to super jump, punch that like button. You know, scratch that. Don't forget to slice that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to be a part of the Make Nation. And I will see all your beautiful faces all in the next video. Peace out, everybody. I'm out of this thing.
Cause my name is CoryxKenshin.